Hi guys, this is Jena and welcome to my first video. For today's makeup tutorial, I'll show you how I went from this to this. So without further ado, let's start. First step is skin prep. I use Vice Cosmetics Skin Rescue Facial Mist. This serves as antibacterial spray for my face. Next is toner. This one is from Tirtir. I use their Milk Skin Toner. For the last step, I use moisturizer. This one is from Luxe Organix. Perfect moisturizer for sensitive skin. Now let's do our base. Color correcting is a must. This is from Absidy. I use green color corrector for my redness. For blending, I use my fingers to warm up the product. Peach color corrector for my dark under eyes. After I apply everything, I use a puff for blending. This one is from Lishu, my favorite blending puff. For my foundation, I use Enigma. One pump is enough and I use Delo's flat brush to spread the product evenly on my face. After that, I blend it with the puff again. For me, this has the perfect balance of softness and density. Next is liquid blush. This one is from Absidy again. I use this medium-sized dense brush from OVW. I don't directly apply the blush sa cheeks ko to avoid patchiness. I apply it on the apples of my cheeks and on my nose. For cream bronzer, I use Get Ready With Me's Glam and Go Stix. And I use Absidy's Angled Dense Brush for this. I apply it sa high points ng cheeks ko to give warmth sa face ko. Next is a bright concealer. This is from Naturale. I apply it sa high points ng face ko. This one is my favorite concealer brush and it's from Delo. Patting the product in with a puff again, also applying it on my lids. I use this brush for setting my under eyes. I pick up the product and remove the excess on the back of my hand. I apply the powder on my under eyes, eyelids, and even on my eyebrows, patting it all in with the powder puff after. Next is eyebrows. I use pomade whenever I do dark feminine looks. I use a really flat angled brush with this. I first outline the lower part of my eyebrows. I make sure to extend the tail of my eyebrows to suit my face shape. Now I'm outlining the upper part of my eyebrows, carefully filling it in, especially on the sparse area. Now let's move on sa eyes. I first set my eyelids with powder, then diretso eyeshadow na. I use this palette from Strokes, a neutral shade of brown muna all over my eyelids. With a small flat brush, I put a darker shade of brown on the outer part of my eyes. Lastly, a very thin angled brush for the soft eyeliner effect using a gray-black eyeshadow. With the same set of colors earlier, don't forget to also put color on your lower lash line to define your eyes even more. Now it's time for eyeliner. I first outline a wing on my outer lid. Then from the middle to the tip of the wing, I carefully align it, slowly connecting it very thin to my inner corners as well. For lashes, I use the one from MLEN Diary and I also use their 2-in-1 glue. Next is finishing powder. I use this one from Vice Cosmetics. With this kind of brush from Absidy, I apply it all over my face. Next step is contouring. I use Issy's palette here and Stroke small angled brush. I start with the tip of my nose, working up to my nose bridge. Just make sure to be light-handed. Powder again, but this time this is a highlighting powder from Absidy. Using a puff, I apply this on my under eyes and on my high points of my face. Powder bronzer. This is from Issy's palette again. I use OVW's Contour Fluffy brush for this. Next is powder blush. Now this is from Squad Cosmetics. I use Dala X Tony CS brush here. This is a powder brush that's precise and small, which is perfect. Now highlighting, I use this kind of brush whenever I highlight my face. I put highlighter on the inner part of my eyes, tip of the nose, and also my brow bone. For this look, I applied fake freckles, but this is optional. Lastly, lips. I use Sunny's Face Lip Liner. This has the perfect nude brown shade for my lips. For my lippy, I use Velvet Nude color for my base. And for my inner lip, I use a plum shade color to give dimension. For my setting spray, this is my most affordable one from Dazzle Me. That's it guys. Thank you so much for watching and let me know what tutorials you want me to do next.